Today I interviewed Killbat. Not going to keep you waiting. Here's the interview. So, um, how old are you?
I'm 21.
And do you think like you match your general audience like with your age?
Definitely not. No, I feel like there's a lot of younger listeners.
Yeah, what age range do you think your listeners are?
I think about 16 to 19. Since like the necro trap scene usually like people start listening at that time.
Yeah. Um, do you want people to see you more as like a character or like a person?
Definitely back when I started more as a character, but I've been putting a lot more shit in my lyrics that are more meaningful than when I was like that. So I definitely feel like people should be reading more into it.
Yeah. Do you have any like other hobbies than music?
Not really, to be honest. I play video games, but even then it's kind of like sparsely. I don't really do it too much. I just kind of make music.
Yeah, like what?
I've been playing like the Walking Dead games, and I'm about to start the Wolf Among Us. I heard that one's really fucking good.
Yeah. So do you have a day job or anything?
A day job, I go and do about 3 times out of the week. I'll go and do yard work for like $100 a day for like the people around where I live.
Yeah, by the way, do you have a camera or anything?
My phone camera's broken as hell.
Yeah, okay.
I need a new phone.
Um, how does it feel knowing that like so many people listen to your music and stuff?
It definitely helps because, like, a lot of the time when I'm like doing this music shit, I'll feel pretty alone in it. Like, a lot of my homies don't really want to make music no more. They're just kind of doing it to do it. But it's been a lot more fun recently.
Yeah. Um, so are you generally like a violent person or is it just like in your music?
I've had a lot of violent tendencies, but I've definitely learned to keep it to myself and be more of an outgoing person.
Yeah. Who do you think is like your biggest inspiration for music?
My biggest inspiration for music is probably, I think I gotta go with Spooky because he was just like one of the first artists I ever listened to and actually like connected with like on like a face to face basis. Like I used to call him and shit, and we would talk for like an hour.
Yeah.
But nowadays I feel like it has to be Bronk more because bro still has like a lot of consistency and he's always trying to like talk to me and shit. Bronk's a cool guy.
Yeah, he is. Um, do you what challenges do you think you face like the most day to day?
Day to day challenges. I mean, it'd probably be trying to get up in the morning. There's like a lot of shit that weighs down when I'm just sitting in my own room thinking. Because I don't really leave my room too much because it's more of just like an introvert thing. So I just kind of sit in here and write songs.
Yeah. Um, what do you want to be like remembered for in like the necro trap and like gorecore space?
What I really want to be remembered for is just, I don't know, like trying to be the guy that brings people together regardless of shit that happens. Like, I got a lot of people on my music. Like, I'm about to top a 10 person cipher. Like, I don't know. I just want to have everybody make music to coexist together, but I also want to be remembered for like doing something cool.
Yeah. What's the most memorable fan interaction you've had?
Fan interaction. I mean, it was probably I was in like a Discord call, and I think like 4 people saw that I was in there, and they like all joined to like tell me how much they liked my music, and that was pretty lit.
Nice. When did you first realize that you wanted to start making music?
It was around the time where I was heavily into opiates like Xanax and shit, and I was listening to a bunch of everybody's music at the time back in like 2022, and it was just more of a boredom thing because I knew I could do it. I just didn't do it, so I just said fuck it and started making it, and I've come this far, so I feel like it's gone pretty well.
All right. What fuels the anger behind your music?
What fuels the anger? I think what fuels the anger the most is like how much I think about the future because like it's very unpredictable, and you never know how it's gonna go for you IRL. So it's like the waiting to see kills me. So it usually gets to me a lot. So I'll start making music about it.
Yeah. Um. So, what's the inspiration like? Keep making music.
The inspiration that makes me keep making music,
Yeah.
uh, the amount of plays I still get, because it gets to a certain point where I'll think like maybe I fell off. But I mean, most of my recent songs been hitting the K every time I drop, so it's been pretty motivating.
Nice. What do you think? Like hard hitting 808s and like just distortion like add to your music?
I feel like it makes it less boring than my old shit, because a lot of my old shit was like YouTube beats and shit I could find for free off my homies. But I've been paying for a lot of my recent work, so it makes me pretty proud that I have such like hard hitting shit in my music.
Yeah. Um. So, what do you think? Like social media is like contributing to smaller artists today?
It definitely helps artists get out more, and I feel like that's a thing that needs to happen because it's always so hard for a small artist to like break out and do what they really want to do. But with the amount of like social media attention that you can gain, like it's like reposting reels every day, making promo, dropping consistently. Like there's a lot of ways to get a bunch of like artists on your side.
Yeah. Um. What's the favorite song that you made?
Favorite song that I've made is probably Psycho with me, Moth Fecal, and Skulldog. The song hits.
Yeah. Bro, I'm off equal chill as hell.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. I got a song with him too. It's coming out soon.
Um. How long do you want to keep making music?
I want to keep going for at least another year. I want to see if there's still a market for it, and if there's really not, plays have died down. I'll probably switch genres into something I enjoy making more. I
Yeah.
plan to go on from here though.
Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to
No,
get a
you're
sticker
good.
from Dirty Butt. It's being a bit confusing. I'm gonna lie.
You got.
Um.
He's been good with business.
Yeah. Um. So, what's a favorite lyric that you've written?
A favorite lyric I've written? I really don't know, to be honest. I write so much. But there was one vocal that I thought was just like funny, and it still gets like referenced in the friend group today. It's 40 on me, got my chop. It was like something like 40 on me, got my chop by my side. GTA Franklin, some shit like that. It was really funny at the time, and I still kind of like it.
Hmm. Um. So, how do you describe your like music? Macro trap, trap metal, core.
Over the years of making it, I've kind of just started letting people call it whatever they want because I don't even really know if I sit under a specific genre with my sound because I change it so often. So I've just started letting people call it whatever they want.
Yeah. How long do you think it like makes a song? Like, how long do you think it takes for you to make a song?
Too damn long, for real. It'll take me like a month or two to make a track that I'm happy with.
Yeah. What got you into music? Like listening?
What got me into music particularly is like when like Spooky and like 717 and they started doing all like the glitch vocals and shit. I thought that was like really unique, and I wanted to see if I could like try to make that. 'Cause I
Yeah.
never heard anything like that before.
Um. So, can you explain like, the history of your sound? Like, what it sounded like at first? And what's a different genre?
I'm not really too sure, to be honest. Like, what do you mean?
Um. So like, for example, like I don't know how to explain this. Like some art, like Lil Dark, he's moving from like more harsh stuff to like more mellow stuff now. And just like for you, are you moving from like like harsher stuff to more mellow stuff now, or like more mellow to harsher stuff?
Okay, I mean, I would like my stuff to get way more heavy, but there's only really so much I can do behind the scenes with that, like connections and shit wise. But like, I've been wanting to make a lot more softer music. Like, I've been wanting to make a lot of like shoegaze or like hard rock type shit.
Yeah,
Like, I want to make something that like the average listener would listen to. Make something very easily digestible.
yeah. What's the favorite collab that you've done?
Favorite collab that I've done is probably in recent time. It's probably Real Ghouls with Bronx because it's just such like it was such a fun song to make. But
Yeah,
back then, I guess my favorite song that I ever made with somebody was probably the song with like Goner and Pack Rat and everybody else. White House, that one.
yeah. I really like the Red Room features, like the Red Room 3, I think it was.
Yeah, with the big bar.
Yeah, with Dig Bar and everyone.
Yeah, that song took way too long. Glad it's out though.
Uh,
That's a classic.
if you could change one thing about the underground, what would it be?
Definitely the ego, the hostility, everything. The holier than thou attitude everybody has kind of kills it at times.
Yeah,
And it's cool. It's cool to build yourself up and think you're the shit, but it doesn't really mean much when you're just a dick to everybody. So I've been trying to be more like outspoken and welcoming, and I just wish the community would do the same.
yeah. Um, what lasting impact do you want to have on the underground?
I just want people to listen to good music, and I want to provide that,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's old songs and it's people listening to shit from a year ago. As long as they enjoy it, I feel like I've done it right.
Yeah, have there ever been any major setbacks in your career?
Major setbacks, not really. Recently, though, I had someone produce for my album, and it like they got outed for some wild shit. So the album has to be remade entirely,
Mm.
and
And
that's definitely taken a toll on the music release. But eventually, I'll get a project out that I'm happy with.
nice. Um, what's the story behind the stage name?
My stage name, the story behind that is weird, but it's funny. Like back when I was a kid, a lot of bats used to like get into the house from like a hole outside, and I got really scared of them. And I was thinking about how like I might have a phobia of bats, so I just thought it would be funny to like take the like the X's that everybody puts in their name and just like put it into my name because I thought it would be funny. And I named it Killbat because like bats should be killed. Flying rats, man, they're not good. I don't like those motherfuckers.
um,
Bats are freaky as hell.
do you draw any like inspiration from like life experiences or anything into your music?
Not too often. More into my like shoegaze and soft rock music. I'll draw a lot more inspiration from what's happened in my life. But often in my scream rap, I'm not really saying much that means anything.
Yeah. Um. Okay, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Damn, I sped through that shit.
Yeah.